What is up, people? Chelsea are an absolute dumpster fire. There's no sugarcoating it, there's no getting around it, none of that. It's an absolute disaster of a nightmare of a shit show. That is what's going on at the bridge. And it's dire situations, people. That's right. Welcome back to the channel. It's the Cup Chasers Daily. Thanks so much for being here. As you may have noticed, I haven't been able to do this every day recently, but I couldn't stay quiet on this one. Had to get this one in this morning after some of the things I'm seeing. What's up, Prague? Thanks for being here. Really appreciate that. Yeah, man, this is dire. It's nightmarish. It's dark. It's your derogative statement, I should say, because it's an absolute shambles at the bridge. And after yet another 3-0 defeat for the Blues away to Brighton last night, this isn't a bad run. This is systemic failure is what this is. There's problems with the squad. There's problems with the manager. There's problems with the leadership. There's problem with the identity. You know, it's the fans are turning on them. Big issues. Of course, as you may know, 1912. 114 years since Chelsea have gone without a goal in 5 straight defeats. And we say that like this, it's only the second time they've ever done this. You know, they are literally in the worst possible moment that they've been in any of our lifetimes. Prague, they can't beat Brighton because they have become Brighton. They've become Brighton. They stole Graham Potter. They stole Rob Sanchez. They stole Moises Caicedo. They stole Cucurella. They even took Dewsbury Hall for a minute, who I think was at Brighton for a little bit. Like, what in the world are we watching? And don't get me wrong, as an Arsenal fan, and who absolutely I loathe Chelsea. I absolutely cannot stand Chelsea. It's still like shocking. I'm still like, you know, at first it was like, laugh at you guys, you know, but then it went to, oh man, this is like they're really tanking a historic institution of English football. They really have jumped off a cliff here. And then we come to the Man City Chelsea game at the bridge. And you got the likes of Rory Jennings saying he wants his team to lose. You got the likes of that guy who went viral for celebrating when they scored the 3rd goal on his own team. Now, the Chelsea fans that I know personally aren't like that. Aren't like that at all. And so I do have sympathy for them. I do have sympathy for some of my friends who are really going through it, who are absolutely really going through it through no fault of their own. But the fans online, and I'm looking at you, Rory Jennings, once again, you deserve this. You deserve this, man. If you're going to say that your team should lose, you can look 18 months into your future at what Tottenham are doing right now. Because that's where you're headed. That is right where Chelsea are headed. Enzo Fernandez doesn't want to be there. He was clearly nodding at those fans holding up the sign last night after the game who were saying Bluco out. The interviews just keep on coming. Cole Palmer, can't believe what's going on. He wants out. Cucurella, not sure what's happening at the end of the season. Enzo Fernandez, not sure what's happening at the end of the season. How they got Moises Caicedo to sign another deal is the craziest. I get Reece James. I get signing Reece James. He's injured. He's always injured. You offer that guy a shitload of money for the rest of his career. He'd be dumb not to take it. But Moises Caicedo? What? What? Happy for that guy scoring. Yeah, man. I mean, if you look even and first of all, I'll say this. Don't anyone at any point ever again tell me that Moises Caicedo is on Declan Rice's level. Don't even begin to tell me. And you can say, oh, he's not playing great because the whole team's not playing great. The whole situation is negative, so he's in a poor run of form. For that third goal last night, for the second goal last night, actually, Caicedo gets bullied off the ball and then jogs back. Gets bullied and jogs while everyone in the stadium, everyone in the planet knew that the pass was going to go to Hinselwood, who was scot-free because Caicedo didn't want to sprint back after losing the ball directly at, like, this guy. Don't tell me, man. Don't tell me that anymore. 4 months ago, 3 months ago, Prague, people were making that comparison. Earlier in the season, people were making that comparison. And so, yeah, you got no legs to stand on. Zero footing in that argument on this one, because holy shit, it's over. That argument is done and dusted. You know, and what gets me about this, and you know, to all the Chelsea fans listening to this is going to be a bitter pill to swallow. You know, I had the thought in my head about my own friends who are fans of Chelsea, who I don't fault, and who who weren't the ones saying, "Oh, we should lose to City so that Arsenal don't win the league." The people who I do actually have a little bit of sympathy for, they can't do anything about it. They can't really do anything about it. But the fans who can do something about it, the ones who went to the parade, what'd you do right after the parade? What happened right after the parade? You filled the stadium. You filled Stamford Bridge right after the protest, I should say, not the parade, the protest. You then went and filled the stadium. You have one recourse. You have one move left. Stop giving these criminals your money. All the people screaming, "Blue Co out, Blue Co out, Blue Co out." Stop going to the game. It's drastic and unprecedented, but that's your only way. That is your only way to have any effect on the situation whatsoever. That's your only way. That's the only way anybody can have any effect. Get a mob 10 deep outside the bridge, all the way around at every entrance, and don't let them go in. Don't let people into the stadium. Cause such an issue that the government has to step in. Like, Abramovich is pissed as well. Roman Abramovich is pissed as well, Prague, because he loves Chelsea. He cheated, lied, stealed, kidnapped people, disappeared families for Chelsea. He would Liam Rosenior. No one would be able to find Liam Rosenior if Abramovich was still there. Obviously, if Abramovich was still there, he never would have been hired. But he would have already kidnapped Rosenior, his family, his friends. You wouldn't know anything about him. The situation would have already been cut, would have already been finished. I had my buddy X say the same thing. We need Roman back yesterday. Xavier, who's been on the pod many times. What's up, Lumen? Thanks for always being here. Appreciate you. I had my buddy X tell me yesterday that he literally said, "You know what? I'm gonna read out the text message. I'm actually just gonna read it out. Here it is, Xavier. He says, well, he had Blue Co out. The players want it. No one wants to play for a club with no identity. Manager is well in over his head. He even said, bring Lampard back. He even said he wanted to bring Lampard back. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Roman. He says, we need Roman. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah. Roman would have already kidnapped Rosenior and disappeared him. Yep. So he knows. He knows. He absolutely knows. And I just, I don't have a whole lot of sympathy, for many of the fans who, you know, are laughing at my situation, are, thinking, oh, Arsenal are bottle jobs, are really trying to stick that knife in me. You need to worry about your own fortunes, mate. Exactly. Exactly, Lumen. Straight up, man. Straight up. I get it. I get it. The banter and the tribalism and the Arsenal hate. I understand it. I really do. And we personally, I think we deserve a lot of the criticism. We deserve a lot of it. But there is a fine line to tread when your own team is literally plummeting. Plummeting. I don't know if anybody has looked at the table recently. I'm sure most people do look at the table. And if Bournemouth beat Leeds tomorrow, if Sunderland win, if Everton win, and if Brentford win at Old Trafford, Chelsea will be in 11th place. 11th place. Don't be surprised if they continue to plummet down the table and we see another 12th, 13th place finish. It's terrible. It's really, really bad. And they don't want to. And the manager comes out afterwards and said that there wasn't any fight, there wasn't any verve, there wasn't any passion from the players. Homie, you are responsible for giving that. And I actually feel bad for Rosenior. He's just in over his head. He's just out of his depth. That's really all it is. He's just not ready to be a manager at this level. And he's getting punished over and over and over and over again. And the higher ups don't care. Eghbali was there. He was in the stadium. They don't care at all. You know why? Because the stadium is still full. The jerseys are still getting bought. The tickets are still getting bought. People are still going to the games. If you really, really want to affect change, stop giving them your money. Lumen, 150 million%. The bookies, this right here is where value is in the FA Cup this weekend, because Man City are going to demolish Southampton. That's not even a question. So if you want to get a bet in, Leeds money line, because Chelsea are getting shit on. They are 100% not going to win that game. There's no chance. I'm giving them zero chance. Leeds will have to have the mother of all shit the bed moments to not beat Chelsea at the weekend. Licking their chops, man. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is absolutely, that meme where the dude is standing by the tree and he's rubbing his hands together looking around. That's Leeds right now. Because they're going to smoke Chelsea. 3-0 loading. 3-0 incoming. It's going to be another 3-0. I'm definitely going to put money on it. No doubt in my mind, Leeds are going to destroy Chelsea because they're terrible, man. They're absolutely terrible. And that's why I didn't even do the watch along for the Chelsea. I didn't do the hate along that I could have done for the Chelsea City game, because I knew Man City were going to demolish them. We're going to destroy them. And they're continuing. I mean, they lost 3-0 to Everton, 3-0 to Brighton, 3-0 to City. I mean, do we even want to mention Paris? Like, they're not even gonna get close. They're not even gonna get any European football. They won't even be in the Conference League, man. They won't even be in the Conference League. 5 losses in a row. It's been 114 years. 114 years. That's insanity. This is not a slump, man. This is a collapse. A colossal shitstorm of a collapse, man. And I take a little bit of savage pleasure in it, just because people are wanting. When you wish your own team, when you really think about it, some of the Chelsea fans, not all of them, some of them moved into "we are Tottenham" territory. You're no better than Spurs. You're no better than Spurs. Wishing your own team to lose. You're no better than Spurs, man. That tells you everything you need to know about the mentality of some of the fans. I mean, it's broken. You're just broken. Like, you're just broken to think that you can say some shit like that when your team is literally on fire. The house is on fire behind you, and you're laughing at me. You're laughing at me. You have Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, and Cucurella climbing into a dumpster fire, and you're laughing at me. That makes no sense to me, man. Chelsea have no identity. There's no leadership. No one on that pitch. There's no one there. No one that's going to say, hey, what in the absolute are we doing? Do we have any pride? Do we have any pride at all? Or are we just a bunch of stuck up fucking, like, it's blowing my mind. Like, it's stealing my words, what I'm trying to say here. Because it's like, are y'all just a bunch of brats? A bunch of entitled, stuck up brats who could give a shit about your club? Like, I'm talking to the players now. You can lose games, but getting battered week in and week out. Liam Rossinier was right to call you out last night. Was right to call them out. And I get it. They're not playing for him. But what the players don't understand is it's not on Liam. It's not his fault. Yes, he's a shit manager. Yes, his tactics obviously are, erratic or not existent, basic, whatever you want to say. And he's out of his depth. I get that. I understand that. But you still have to go out and play. You're still wearing the badge. You still have to have some pride in your own game, in your own professionalism. And they don't even have that. It's all broken. It's all broken, man. It's all broken. And what a lot, I think, of the players don't understand, collectively, when you are in a situation like this league is so difficult. It's so difficult, this league. So competitive. That when your mind gets like this and you just let games pass you by, you will plummet down the table. You will plummet, free fall down the table. Don't be surprised if Chelsea do not make it back into the places for the rest of the season. Still got to host Spurs. Still got to go to Anfield. Do not be surprised if Chelsea never get back to 8th place, get back to 7th place or whatever. They're in 7th now. No, they're going to plummet down this table. I expect, you might expect because of Leeds playing at Wembley this weekend. They do play today as well, away at Bournemouth. We might see some rotation. We might see some of the stronger players rested. Let me pull up this table right quick. Leeds United are on 39 points, 8 points ahead of Spurs, whom they still play. Yeah, Leeds are going to be just fine resting today, and they are going to smash Chelsea at the weekend. No problem. Easy as you like. And let's be honest, Chelsea have 4 games left to play in the league. And so their max points is 60. They could maximum 60. I expect Bournemouth to win today, so that will put Chelsea in. That'll put Bournemouth. Shit, if Bournemouth win, if Bournemouth beat Leeds today, they'll be in 6th. Wow. So, yeah. Even if Bournemouth draw Leeds today, they'll be ahead of Chelsea, and Chelsea will go down to 8th. Chelsea they're not seeing any European spots for the rest of the season. They are going to get ousted. I'm pretty sure Bournemouth are going to go ahead of them today, and they'll be down to 8th. Who did Everton play at the weekends? They don't play Man City till Monday. The 4th. They play West Ham, sorry. They play West Ham on Saturday at the London Stadium. So that'll be tough. That'll be a tough match for them. But they are a very, very good away side. So a win, and that pushes Chelsea even farther. I think if Sunderland win as well, Sunderland are hosting Nottingham Forest. Chelsea could literally be in 11th place at the end of the weekend. Sunderland beat Forest. If Everton get an away win at the London Stadium, if Bournemouth get a point, they're ahead of Chelsea. And if Brentford win at Old Trafford, they'll be in 11th place. Who do Fulham play? Fulham host Aston Villa. So if Fulham get a win versus Villa, they'll be tied. Fulham will be tied with Chelsea in 11th place. It's a disaster. It's a dumpster fire. And I have some sympathy for my friends who that I do know personally who didn't wish their own team to lose. But for those who did, I have zero sympathy. It's just desserts. And, you deserve every bit of what's happening. This isn't just about results now. It's about identity. What does Chelsea even stand for now? Because on the pitch, in the boardroom, in the locker room, it's absolute chaos. And the worst part about it is the players, you can see that they're going from like anger and frustration to indifference. They're moving from this is bullshit to we just have to trust them. Cole Palmer literally says we just have to trust them. Why? Why would you trust the board? That's what everyone else is asking you. And that interview with Cole Palmer was really, really, it feels really cringy. They just have to trust Blueco? Nah, man, that is crazy. That's so crazy that they're saying that at this stage. There's no stopping this. There's no stopping the slide. I mean, okay, maybe they're going to react to the fan pressure and fire a senior. What are you going to do? Bring in Gary O'Neill? Don't get me wrong. I love Gary O'Neill. I'm actually a Gary O'Neill fan. I actually think that Wolves did him dirty. I think that VAR did Wolves dirty in Gary O'Neill's last season at Wolves. I think the management at Wolves is poor as well. The upper management is poor as well. Look what they've done to that club. They were in 7th place about 3 or 4 seasons ago, 5 seasons ago or so, and now they're going to get relegated because of how they've been mismanaged, selling players off and not buying, good replacements. So that's a whole nother thing. But are you going to bring Gary O'Neill in? At least he's got some experience. But once it gets to this stage, man, it's so difficult to stop the slide. My verdict, this isn't just a bad run. Chelsea are broken. And there's no tunnel at the end of the light at this point. Big up Saeed. There's no tunnel at the end of the light right now. Holy crap. Smash up the likes, people. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. This has been Cup Chasers Daily. Of course, make sure you get the notification bell on. We will be back tonight with Nez and Asif, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have a guest who has never before making his first appearance on the Cup Chasers tonight. So make sure you're locked in with that notification bell. We will be back later on for the Cup Chasers podcast. So thanks again for being here. I really do appreciate it. And you will see me next time.